January 6th, Insurrection Day. What's up, guys? Brandon here. Quick video on the insurrection. What did or didn't happen? But no, seriously, why? Why are we in this clown world? What is truly happening? You know, if Donald Trump, and again, I don't care about him politically. I care about people personally. Don't care about anyone politically, whether it's anyone in Congress right now, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Elon Musk. It doesn't matter. Whatever. I hope these people are all fine personally, but politically, don't care. And the fact that this investigation has gone on, we had the Russia-Ukraine thing, if you don't recall, for 4 years of Donald Trump. This thing now that's been confirmed through the Twitter files that was completely fake, completely false, and people just went hook, line, and sinker with it. What has to happen for you to understand that you are being completely railroaded with your money, with the media, with social media, big tech, everything, like, medicine? What point do you realize and wake up and say, you know what, fool me 347,000 times, okay, like, finally I got it? What has to happen at this point? We literally have people, I mean, just imagine if the Twitter files never came out. Just imagine. Most of us knew what was already going on. It's very easy to anyone paying attention to see what's going on. But just imagine how many people would still be asleep. And there's still so many people asleep. It's just absolute clown world. And as the CIA says, don't take coincidence lightly. Don't disregard the coincidence. And that's one time. Just imagine when something happens 100 times, 10 times, 1,000 times. When there's smoke, there's fire. So January 6th, why is Donald Trump not in jail? If he was the one that orchestrated it and did it, and he's promoting it and doing all this, again, the hilarious part is when he got reinstated on Twitter, again, everyone saw his last couple of tweets about him saying, don't do anything, be peaceful, just walk over. Like, what are we doing at the end of the day? But again, if you don't do your diligence, if you don't trust but then verify, you're screwed. You're going to be following the wrong road. You're going to be doing the wrong thing. And that's what this channel here is all about at the end of the day. I could care less what Donald Trump does. I could care less what Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Ron DeSantis. I don't care. It's clown world to me. That's a whole nother world that will get sorted out and heal when Bitcoin becomes the monetary order of the day. Full stop. That's absolutely what will happen. And that's why we Bitcoin. That's why I'm a Bitcoiner, because it's the red and blue are fighting over here when the real fight is the state versus you. And that's what Bitcoin ends. It ends the state's reign on destroying the money in the taxation directly and the inflation indirectly, stealing your time and energy. It ends that charade and puts that power back in the hands of you, back in the hands of me, in the hands of all of us. That is the real thing. So the debate isn't did January 6th happen or didn't happen, or who did it or who orchestrated it. Who knows? Could have been the CIA, could have been Nancy Pelosi, could have been Donald Trump. I have no idea. And we'll never know. We're not going to know. But it won't matter. As this transitions, that's what matters. The future is what matters. And where are we going? Again, fighting this in the political coliseum as the gladiators and killing each other is not going to happen. Believe me, I was there. From 2000, 2010, 2012, I was in that arena. Won't work. Guarantee it. Won't work. Look, hasn't worked for 100 years. Once we start bastardizing the money, the creation of the Federal Reserve, printing the currency, debasing it, stealing it from the people, all hell breaks loose. Everything's off limit, or everything goes at that point. And now the people are the ones that are getting screwed over. Period. So this is the crux. This is the divergence in the road. Do we want CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, and slavery? Do we want enslavement by the governments and doing whatever it is they want to us, the panopticon, George Orwell, 1984, or do we want Bitcoin and freedom? Do we want uncensorable, immutable, decentralized, peer-to-peer, trustless, permissionless money, our property rights back to us, and currency in the issuance in the hands of the people? What do we want at the end of the day? What do we want? That's what is at hand here. Please do your own research. Do not trust me. This is not financial advice. It's freedom advice. Get prepared. We're in a culture war. We're in a psyop war. That is, people are in this hook, line, and sinker, believing whatever it is. I mean, you have the McCarthy stuff going down. Obviously, this is how government should be. You should be debating every single thing, the merit of things. We have lost merit in the society. It's completely fallen off the table because when you corrupt the money, everything else goes. So whether, the thing that scares me again is Donald Trump out there saying we need McCarthy, or Elon Musk saying we should have McCarthy as a guy. Automatically right there, I start, whoa. What's going on here? What's being played here? So again, I don't have a dog in the fight. That's not the point. If you like what we're doing here, questioning things, hopefully making you think a little differently about things, question things with boldness on both sides, every side. Both sides are at fault. The uniparty, George Washington warned us about the two-party system, but please like and subscribe if you like what we're doing here. Please share these videos. George Washington warned us about the two-party system. And what have we done? Two-party system. Dwight Eisenhower warned us about the military-industrial complex after World War II. Shut this thing down. Nope. Kept it spinning. JFK wanted to shut it down. Boom. Gone. Lyndon Johnson? Oh, yeah. He wanted that. He'd off people for that power. And he did. And that's where... And the JFK thing, I don't know. All I know is there's a lot of smoke there. I don't know if he did or didn't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he would. It is factual that he had said and has said to people, or that he did say to people, that he would off people to get power and get the ultimate power, which was at the time the president. Now it's central banks are the most powerful people in the world. So he was off by a little bit. However, he did what he had to do. Are you going to do what you have to do to get yourself independent, resilient, financially, security, spiritually, morally, ethically, emotionally, physically? Are we going to get in good shape? Are we going to put good things into our body? Are we going to put fiat foods into our body? Soybean oil and high fructose corn syrup. What are we putting into our body? What are we doing? Automatically, when you have Donald Trump, Elon Musk, oh, we want McCarthy, and we got all these rhinos. You got the Mitch McConnells of the world saying, oh, we want this. Oh, we want that guy. Oh, automatically, red flag. Doesn't mean that I don't want it, but I'm looking hard into what's going on here. That's automatic. So, and that should be done to both sides. Both sides. This goes down both sides. And so few people question or even have the time or wherewithal to even question anything anymore and debate the merits of what's going on. So January 6th, again, it's kind of a microcosm of everything going on. If Donald Trump did something, why isn't he in jail? Right? If he did some egregious thing, and so you have to start asking yourself. These are the questions you have to start asking yourself, right? I'm trying to provide frameworks for what's going on. Okay, so if he's not in jail, are we doing it just because we don't want him to run again, or we want to tar his name enough where now people don't like him enough? And Donald Trump's not the first person, and this is not the first incident where this to happen, right? This happened with Kavanaugh. This happened with Clarence Thomas. And I'm sure there's people all over the world. These are just ones that come to mind, but there's all kinds of people that this is done to, and just to tar their name and to, character shame them. I'm not going to use their other term, but this is how this game is played. And again, this is why we Bitcoin at the end of the day. So we can talk about problems. I don't even want to talk about problems. That was my prior life, thinking about politics and things like that. But this is why I Bitcoin. This is why we Bitcoin, because this is solved. Because it starts healing. Once you heal the money at the top, the central banks no longer have the ability to start stealing your time and energy, because that's all inflation is. It's printing of currency with no work involved, no time and energy spent to do it other than a click on a computer, and someone has to work for that. Somebody has to spend time and energy to make that dollar have any value. So whose value does it come from? It comes from all of us, the people working with time and energy being spent. But the people closest to the currency printers, the banking cartel, the politicians, they're the people that sit next to the printer, and they get to spend it first, and they have the value. That has the value still. Once it goes into circulation and trickles down to the average person, it has no more value. The currency is worthless. That's why we have 31 trillion in debt. That's why a house now costs $500,000 bills instead of $5,000 bills. It takes 100 times more, 1,000 times more dollar bills to buy the same exact house. The house hasn't changed, but it takes 1,000, 10,000 times more bills, same bills, to get said house. That doesn't happen with gold and silver, right? That doesn't happen with Bitcoin. So this is why we must remove ourselves from the system. January 6th, all these things are just psyops as to what's going on, to obfuscate truth, to obfuscate reality. Whatever is going on in the world at all, and whatever's being promoted in the media, trending here and there, you have to remove yourself and look back and step back and say, okay, why is this happening? If they're testifying in Congress, or they're attacking people in Congress, they're doing all, you have to pull yourself back and say, what's going on? Like, again, the McCarthy stuff going on right now. What are they setting up? What are they doing right now? Is it because they want to make You know, because McCarthy, I'm guessing, will probably eventually win, and he's slowly gaining more support, and they're going to turn around and make those people that were saying, hey, let's debate, and hey, like, let's actually follow the rules of Congress and the Constitution and everything. Are they going to make those people look like the bad people and say, see, we need to pass laws, we need to make things easier so this can't happen again? Well, then the American people lose, then freedom loses, then liberty loses. You know, Ron Paul is just sitting there just like, this is why I got out, guys. I mean, this is just absolute clown world. So what are we going to do at the end of the day? Are we going to question everything with boldness? Are we going to prepare ourselves mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally? It's up to us. We can be the change we want to see in the world. And again, that's why I Bitcoin at the end of the day, because January 6th, all these things are psyops. McCarthy, all this is psyop. These are just shows. It's just theater. Voting in general. I mean, let's be honest. I would never not vote. However, it's just theater. It's just theater of the absurd. So until these things get fixed, until Bitcoin comes in and transitions and heals and drips down into every facet of the society over the next 10 to 20 years, we're going to have more pain. We're going to have more unrest, but it doesn't have to be for us. Again, this is not financial advice. It's freedom advice. It does not have to be that way for us. Security, ammo, food, energy, water, Bitcoin, gold, silver, land, and building community. Building community like this, getting groups in your local community, building obviously your local community, meeting your local rancher, buying local food, buying local in general. That is the way. That's how you make things decentralized, robust, and anti-fragile. So we aren't looking up to the overlords and saying, give me stimmies. No more give me stimmies. So I appreciate you. Thank you for your time and energy. If you got something out of this, please share it. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Please check out the blog. I'm very active on Twitter as well, Brandon_Gentili. Check me out there, and let me know what you think. If you dislike it, please dislike it, and let me know why. We can battle it out in the comments, and I just appreciate your time. It's the most important asset we have. It's the only finite asset we have besides Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin is time, and time is Bitcoin. A equals B, B equals C. So it's the only fair trade I know of where it rips the power away from the unproductive class and also will most likely make you very wealthy moving forward, because you will be the pioneers in the new system. And why not build in the new system the life we want to be? Why not be the change we want to see and start building in that new world, building companies, producing content for a new world that blows apart the existing legacy world that we know is collapsing. So I appreciate your time and your energy. It's the most important asset we have. So thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.